Welcome back, Lucky Show, Scorpion 72. Today we're going to be taking a look at Batgirl from the new Batman Adventures. So this is our first Batgirl Barbara Gordon in the series. This is based on the new Avengers look. She's figure number 60 in this wave. You can see her on the ballistic card. We're showing her all the weapons and stuff. At first glance, I thought the weapons were missing here and there's nothing here, but you have to turn on the side and you actually see the weapons that are in there. It's kind of like a little bit hidden there, but not really hidden. It's just that because it falls on the silhouette there, it looks like there's nothing there. At first I kind of panicked a little bit, so don't panic. Just turn the figure to the side and you'll be able to see the Batarangs that are there. As I mentioned in the other videos, the back just has a silhouette because they all come with a little booklet telling you which figures are in this wave. So without further ado, let's take a look at Miss Barbara Gordon, better known as Batgirl. So this is the first Batgirl we're getting in the DC Collectibles Batman animated series line. This is from the new Batman Adventures. This is Barbara Gordon in her black and yellow costume compared to the lighter blue one, which I know they're going to get around to doing. Right off the bat, she is a nice figure. They really capture her smile and stuff based from the cartoon, which I really like. Her head here doesn't seem to be in a ball joint for some reason. I don't know why. But her hair is kind of pliable but still rigid. Like I always said, female hair should be a little bit more pliable so it'll allow you to turn. So you can't really get that much range of motion from her when you turn her head. Her arms could go outwards, down. She has single joint in the elbow with a swivel. Same thing with the wrist, and there's an articulation in the wrist there, so it can swivel as well. She doesn't have any waist swivel, which kind of hinders you posing her, which is kind of too bad. I wish she had that. She does have leg articulation. She kind of do the split outwards. Her legs can go kind of forward. I do find they gave her like a really upper body type figure there, which is like, you know, she's got a little back rump. Legs, hair bent at the knee. There's no articulation. There's articulation in the boot. Sorry, I was gonna say there's none, but there is. There is swivel at the boot. Right there at the boot, right there where the line of the boot is, there's articulation in her ankle, and it's a little weird because it's kind of hindered with this big plastic piece here. I don't know why this piece is there like that. And there's swivel here at the bottom part angle. So she has like ankle swivel as well as kind of like a ankle type pivot. The articulation of her is very weird and different compared to some of the other female figures I find. But it does work. I just wish that excuse me, I just wish that they gave her like a waist swivel so you can get a little bit more posability out of her, because she is one of the Bat family, and she does tend to throw batarangs or do like certain like martial arts moves, and you can't really get that done with her without that waist swivel. So she comes with a lot of accessories, and one of them being her hands. She comes with 8 sets of hands. So you have the 2 really open hands here for like if she's doing do cartwheel or pimp slap somebody. Then you have, let's see if we can get these matched up. You have 2 gripping hands. Then you have 2 fist hands for fighting. Then you have 2 other like more open type gripping hands. Then you have another, this is the Batarang holding hand, because it has that little groove in there to hold a Batarang or something. And then you have her other hand that has the Grappling Gun in it, and of course this little piece, which unlike the Robin, it's not removable. Interesting. So they decide to opt on not giving her the removable front piece, which is weird. And the other thing too that I find that about this figure, which is going to be one of my nitpicks, and you know I don't nitpick about these figures a lot, her other accessory includes the other grappling gun. Now, they decided not to paint this, so this is one color. Why? I don't know. They have this one color because it looks odd and it doesn't really match. I don't know why they didn't decide to paint it. I know it was easier for like Batman and Robin because their gloves are black and everything, but they didn't paint this whatsoever. Her other one, the grappling gun, has a little hole in the middle, which is kind of neat. Just kind of see if you can catch that. A lot of times you can see it better when I put it in my hand. So there's a little hole here at the inside, at the top, and it does open. It does split apart, so you can split it into two. Let's plug that back in there. And she also comes with a Batarang. As I mentioned before, these things are kind of tiny. I'm not sure if hers is tinier than Robin's. I think it's the same size. So if you want to have her holding the Batarang, or use the Batarang hand, so you just take out one of these hands here like that, plug in the other one, and you can have her holding the Batarang. And it looks pretty nice in the hand because the contrast of the black Batarang on the yellow glove looks really nice. Now of course she comes with the same thing, basic stand here with the turnaround stand showing you the artist rendition of Batgirl, as well as the famous holding pole there, or grappling pole, not grappling pole, but you know, the stand pole with the long elongated plastic at the back, which I don't really understand. It is adjustable. I think I mentioned that in one of my earlier videos when I did the Catwoman. They still make them very adjustable, even to the point where they can slide completely off, but then you won't be able to put this in there. So hopefully they'll start shortening these, just in general, just as a general practice, because I really don't see the reason for this, and it makes displaying them hard on your display case with all that extra plastic sticking out back. Both looks the same as the other ones. All the figures, we've pretty much gotten all these figures, except for I believe these ones at the bottom are coming out just now. And of course we have the good old instruction booklet, which tells you how to remove the hands as well as how to use the stand. So Batgirl here should be available at online retailers, comic book shops, specialty shops that carry these figures. I do recommend getting them, of course, because I am a big collector and a fan of this cartoon series. On a side note, be very careful when you put in the Batarang into your hand, because upon a little pressure it did bend, and I almost did break it because it's really tiny, so do beware. As well as that, she is really hard to balance on her own, so you will really kind of require the stand to poser unless you find an alternative. Are you really good at balancing this figure? Other than that, it's really great. They really captured her. She looks like she jumped straight off of the cartoon, and I can't wait to see the rest and get the rest of these figures in this line. The Scorpion 72 review of Batgirl from the new Batman Adventures, New Adventures of Batman. And hey, enjoy your toys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep playing.